Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive shift that's happening right now in the world of generative AI. We are officially moving away from those simple conversational chatbots and entering what's being called the Agentic Era. This is a space where autonomous, production-grade agents are stepping up to handle incredibly complex business operations. We aren't just talking about drafting emails anymore. We're talking about automating global supply chains, securing enterprise data, and fundamentally changing how we actually work. Intelligence plus automation must deliver value. You know this concept? It is absolutely the bedrock of this entire shift. In the past, we had intelligence trapped in these isolated data silos, and we had, well, basic automation. The agentic era finally brings them together. It means our business context and our data are directly connected to automated actions, allowing these AI agents to solve real, highly complex problems at a massive scale. Here's our agenda for today. 1. The Agentic Era. 2. Detecting hidden recipe allergens. 3. Powering agents. 4. Securing AI. 5. Voice agents. And 6. Workspace integration. Section 1. The Agentic Era. Retail optimization. Let's kick things off with a practical, high-stakes application right at the enterprise level where these tools are actually already running in production. Imagine, for a second, you're a manager for a global furniture retailer. Your task? Orchestrate a relaunch campaign, optimizing pricing and inventory to bring some of your less popular product lines back to life. In a single pane of glass, you prompt a designated, approved agent to handle the whole thing. The agent autonomously cross-references current interior design trends with dead stock just sitting in your warehouse, and then it orchestrates the entire relaunch campaign. With literally one prompt, multiple agents work together to complete a series of actions in minutes that would traditionally take a human team hours or, honestly, even days. It's a real game changer. Section 2. Detecting hidden recipe allergens. The Froyo Detective. That kind of speed is an incredible boost to retail operations. But now, let's look at how agents solve highly complex, disconnected data problems, where human safety is actually on the line. Consider a situation in the food industry. A new trend pops up, and your team creates this delicious new recipe called Midnight Swirl Froyo. But before anything hits the market, safety is non-negotiable. So here's the crucial question. Does this new flavor contain any dangerous, hidden allergens like soy? The challenge here is that you have thousands of PDF recipes and totally separate supplier manuals to analyze. It's like a giant puzzle. This brilliantly illustrates why old methods just completely fall apart. A traditional keyword search for soy in the Midnight Swirl recipe yields 0 results. It looks totally safe, but it isn't. The recipe contains an ingredient simply called base 204. The fact that base 204 contains soy is trapped in an entirely separate supplier manual PDF. A simple search misses this connection completely. Instead, an agentic knowledge catalog steps in and acts as a detective. It can actually reason over all that fragmented data to map previously invisible connections. Here is the 3-step process the agent takes. First, it reasons over both the supplier manuals and the recipe PDFs. Second, it works to extract specific entities, meaning it actually understands what a recipe ingredient is and what an allergen is. Third, and most importantly, it maps those invisible connections. It flags that base 204 contains soy, accurately identifying the hidden danger. It even generates a direct data citation using a schema called product specs, so you can easily verify the source. Boom! It keeps the product safe and the business compliant. Section 3. Powering agents. The Silicon Foundation. To process all of that complex reasoning, cross-referencing thousands of PDFs seamlessly, well, we have to look under the hood. Agents of this caliber require a massive leap in underlying infrastructure. 80%. That number represents the efficiency leap of the new Google Axion N48 compute instances. Powered by a custom-designed ARM CPU, these instances deliver 80% better performance per watt than comparable x86 instances. So why is a custom ARM CPU architecture so critical for the agentic era? Beyond giving up to twice the price performance, this architecture provides sustained, continuous operation. It's specifically engineered to eliminate cold starts and logic apps. Think about it. If you're relying on an agent to actively monitor global supply chains or safeguard food safety, that agent absolutely cannot be asleep at the wheel. This infrastructure ensures your agents are genuinely always on and ready to respond instantly. And on the training side of the house, the leaps are just as massive. The new 8th generation custom silicon, the TPU V8, delivers nearly 3 times the compute performance per pod over previous generations. By moving block-scale multiplication directly inside the chips and eliminating overhead, this powerhouse pushes the absolute limits of model utilization. This drastically reduces the time it takes to train these massive frontier models. Section 4. Securing AI. The Dynamic Security Graph. Now, with all this incredible computing power and complete autonomy being handed to agents, a very natural and honestly very urgent question arises. How in the world do we keep these autonomous agents secure without slowing them down? The answer lies in what is called a security graph. Think of a security graph as a living, breathing map. It is built completely agentlessly, meaning without any friction or complicated setups for your developers, and it dynamically explains the architecture and logic of any AI application running in your environment. Companies like Wiz are using this to build a dynamic inventory, so security teams have 100% visibility into what their developers are building. So whenever a team ships a new product or someone in finance codes a new agent, the security graph kicks in instantly. Step 1, it identifies the agent and its architecture. Step 2, it automatically conducts a security review to find and validate risks. For example, it might flag that a new agent is exposed to the internet and has access to sensitive customer database tables. Yikes. Step 3, it automatically suggests the exact fix and sends it directly to the development teams right in their own native tools. It acts like dynamic brakes on a sports car, moving entirely at the speed of AI. Section 5. Voice Agents. Real-time support. With secure, always-on infrastructure backing up these models, you can start deploying incredibly dynamic, consumer-facing applications. And the most exciting frontier right now? Live voice support. Let's look at a real-world deployment. When a user calls the YouTube TV and NFL Sunday Ticket support line, they are greeted by an agent. The agent can seamlessly look up sports plans, compare prices, and even text links directly to the user's phone. But here is where it gets wild. During the call, the user can interrupt and just casually say, "Actually, could you just quickly summarize this plan for him in Spanish?" And the agent instantly pivots, understanding the complex context of the subscription plan, and summarizes it perfectly in another language, totally on the fly. And to put that into perspective, this isn't a tech demo or some small beta experiment. These voice agents are currently live in production, serving 100% of YouTube TV's users. They are handling real-time, dynamic task completion for complex subscription issues at an unprecedented scale right now. Section 6. Workspace Integration. Ending the context tax. Finally, let's look at how agents bring this massive processing power directly into our standard workflows to eliminate what is known as the context tax. We all know the context tax, right? It's that soul-crushing process of jumping into a folder, staring at dozens of files, and hunting for one specific chart from last quarter's regional sales. It absolutely kills productivity. But with Workspace Intelligence, you simply ask an agent, like Gemini, to find the merchandising playbook with that specific chart. And because it possesses advanced reasoning and actually understands the context of your meetings and the content inside your files, it surfaces the exact graph you need instantly. You haven't opened a single extra tab. The gathering is just done. What makes all of this feasible for businesses to actually adopt is that it's built on an open ecosystem. Enterprises aren't locked into some walled garden. They have the freedom to choose their preferred custom model platforms and chips, all backed by deep governance and control features. This massive transition and the integration of these platforms into existing cloud environments is being handled by an army of forward-deployed engineers from major partners like Accenture, BCG, Deloitte, and McKinsey, alongside specialized AI startups. They are the ones on the ground helping businesses fundamentally transform their operations with these agent platforms. We have covered a lot of ground today. We've seen how agents can optimize retail pricing and inventory in minutes, act as data detectives to uncover hidden food allergens, automatically secure our cloud environments, and even translate complex live voice support instantly. The infrastructure is here. The security is here. So I want to leave you with this final thought. As intelligence and automation seamlessly merge into our everyday workflows, what complex problem will you trust an agent to solve next? Think about the biggest bottleneck in your industry. Chances are an agent is getting ready to solve it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer and keep learning.